Hi everyone, and welcome to the 9th episode of the Resident Rulebreakers. My name is Kayla.
And I'm Camille.
And this podcast is a special tribute to our leading man, Matt Czuchry, for his 42nd birthday, which is May the 20th. And it's also our very first week of hiatus without a new episode. So.
What did you do on Monday?
On Monday?
Yeah, during times, did you watch something else?
No, I didn't. Matt's turning 42, which is crazy because he doesn't look 42.
No, he doesn't.
No, I mean, he's 12 years older than I am. I'm 30.
You're a baby.
I know. But
I'm just glad Matt is a Taurus like me. Like, yay, Taurus in the house.
But yeah, he ages really well to be 42, in my opinion. And my first time I saw Matt was actually in Gilmore Girls.
Yeah, that was the first time I've heard of him too.
But
it's
but from there I actually started following him because I was Team Logan, so I was like, I've got to find out more about this guy.
Anyone who knows me on any social media platform, on any anyone who follows me, or is friends with me, or has run into me in any Facebook group for Gilmore Girls, knows I am not. Not even. I don't know.
But I became a Matt fan because of Logan, actually. But
yeah, well, his first TV role was he had a small role in this one episode of Opposite of Sex. That's a TV show that was on in the early 2000s. I think it was only on for one season. And guess who his co-star was? Who he shared the screen with?
Milo Ventimiglia.
Yeah,
it's so ironic. It's so ironic.
Yeah, I remember I think it was someone had posted it on Facebook or something. I watched this scene and I laughed because they knew each other before Gilmore Girls and stuff. It's kind of funny.
But Milo was doing Gilmore Girls back in because he came in season 2?
2001.
Yeah. Sad that I know Gilmore Girls really well. So 2001, Milo was started in season 2. So he was in season 2 and ran until season 3. He started recurring after that because he was doing other roles. But it was just really weird that both of these guys played boyfriends of Rory. And now they're both really successful and leading 2 big network shows. So, yeah. But back to Matt. His next big role that he's known for is Carrie Agos on The Good Wife. And you haven't seen The Good Wife, but I watched The Good Wife just for Matt. And, I mean, seriously, there's over 154 episodes of that show. 7 seasons, 154 episodes, and Matt was in every single one of them. And during
I've never seen an episode, but the pictures I've seen pictures of him when he was on The Good Wife. I swear he looks even younger in The Good Wife than he did in Gilmore Girls.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know what it was with the makeup and stuff, but yeah, he does.
He was older in Gilmore Girls than he did in The Good Wife.
Yeah, he did. But in The Good Wife, he plays Carrie Agos. He's a lawyer, Harvard educated, a little cocky, but he's a good lawyer. And his season 6 arc, he needed an Emmy for that, and he didn't get it. He didn't even get a nomination. So, very disappointed. There comes a time where he needs this, and I think it's coming on the horizon, but I was very disappointed. He hasn't gotten a nomination outside of it being a show nomination.
But I have to say though that especially with the cable and streaming devices, on TV and stuff, having shows and stuff, they've taken over a lot of nominations for, Emmys and Golden Globes and stuff. Network TV isn't getting as much recognition anymore since like Amazon and Netflix and stuff.
So it's not getting these network shows that were dominating aren't dominating anymore.
Right.
But in my opinion, Carrie, his character on The Good Wife, totally deserved a better plotline. Totally, like, a lot of people say, like, there's very so much similarities between Logan and Carrie and Conrad because all these guys have these women who don't really want them for very long. They leave them and dump them. He gets dumped.
Poor guy.
I mean, even with Conrad, I mean, there was a time where Nick just tells him to go away. There was a temporary amount of time that she did that. So, Carrie got dumped. The girl actually left the show though, so that was a different ballgame. Rory tells Logan no to his marriage proposal, and then the revival. I'm not even going to talk about it.
Let's talk about the revival.
I don't like how they did Logan. I think Logan was a better guy than what they did to his character. They made him a cheater.
You and I disagree on this one. We disagree big time on this one.
No, but Rory was the first steady girlfriend, and he did it on purpose for her. No, he was forced into that relationship by his parents. He didn't want to get married.
So he says.
I believe it.
I mean, here's the thing.
That's totally, like, legitimate, because his parents would have totally gave him an arranged marriage.
Yeah, but he could. He's a grown-ass man. He could have said no.
And he would have lost his fortune. $1 billion fortune.
Well, he already lost his fortune before, and obviously picked himself up before, he can do it again. Like, seriously, being poor does not mean that you're dead. It just means that you can still live off of.
But I think that they ruined his character somewhat by doing what they did to it. I guess. See, that's why it's because I'm a Matt fan. That I'm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't agree. No. It's so funny because a lot of people ask me to try to look at Logan in objective eye and not and give him a chance or whatever. So I see some good. I saw some good, but I mean, I go back to he wanted Rory to be his concubine. Okay, he was trying to get Rory to be his side chick forever. He was never planning on breaking up with Odette. You know what I mean? It was not in the revival anyway.
But. Only because he was forced into it. I still believe that. Some men don't. He didn't see a way out. He saw her as an obligation and not anything else. Obligation to the family. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
And that's why I was very mad at Amy Sherman-Palladino. But I have some fun facts about Matt. Matt went to College of Charleston in Charleston, South Carolina, which South Carolina is my home state, but I love the fact that he went to college in Charleston. And his major was a double major of history and poli-sci. It's kind of weird. because there's a story about him taking a theater class, and they wanted him to change his major to theater, but he decided not to. It was also a tennis scholarship. He was the leader of the tennis team for College of Charleston while he was in school. And he only became an actor after he failed the LSAT.
Yeah, he had a. I would really like someone to have a video of him dancing in his skivvies.
Okay. There's a story here. Matt was in a male beauty pageant for the College of Charleston, and he won it.
Yep.
And there's probably some video of this somewhere, somehow, some way. But I do know that he tells this story much better than I ever could, because he's told it on some talk show somewhere. That was really the lead-in, was he failed the LSAT, and then he was like, I'll just try acting, and there it was. The rest is history. But he actually grew up in Tennessee.
Yeah. He hides his accent very well.
Yeah, because you hear mine, and I'm from South Carolina.
Yeah. And he doesn't sound like a Southern boy.
Nope.
I would love to hear him with an accent, though. I have a thing for accents. They're so, hot.
You mean, like, when I was in college, if he took enough theater classes while he was still doing his major, then he probably got some diction classes in the way. And when I took my diction classes in college, my degree has a underlying theater part of it as well. When I took my diction classes, they tried to get me to talk without my accent. It's very hard. But like I mentioned earlier, The Good Wife was actually nominated for an Emmy and a SAG, but neither award was won. But he has never gotten a solo Emmy nomination or any other solo award nomination, like for Emmy or SAG or anything like that. So we're hoping that he'll finally get to that point with The Resident, with Conrad. Anything you want to add?
No.
Because this actually, bringing up the Emmys and stuff, it actually leads into another topic for us.
Yeah.
Within the past couple weeks or so, we got word that the show was pushing for some Emmy nominations for certain cast members, certain guest stars, and for the show itself. And I got a Google alert this morning from Gold Derby. Gold Derby's a really big website. They have all these predictions for all these award shows. And anyway, they do the Emmys, and they have a list of all the stuff Fox is pushing for their certain shows that they produce. And they have a list of stuff for The Resident. Matt's on here for lead actor. They're going to try to push him to get nominated for it.
That's nice.
Yep. These are not nominations, just so y'all are aware. They haven't been released yet. These are just For Your Emmy Consideration. They're trying to push it out into the media for these to become nominations.
Yeah. I don't know how that works.
The show, they're trying to push the show to get an Emmy nomination, which would be cool because it was very powerful this year. I don't know if it would actually win up against some of its competition.
Usually don't get a lot of recognition, too.
A lot of medical dramas just don't get it.
So. Look at Grey's Anatomy. 15 seasons and counting, and there's only I don't think they've ever been nominated for Best Show.
No. But
they've had a couple of wins for Best Lead, Best Supporting Actress or whatever, but that's it.
So, but Jane is also on this list. Jane Leaves for Supporting Actress. Malcolm Jamal Warner is on the list for Supporting Actor.
I love Malcolm. I love him. I can't speak highly enough of him.
We have some guest actresses. Dot Marie Jones, who played Meg in 212, Fear Finds a Way. She was the lady that got infected and they had to quarantine her. She was also the prison guard for Nick. We also have the lady that plays Devin's mom, Zenobia Schroff. She was in The Dance, which was what would have been Devin's wedding. She was there. She gave him some good life advice, which made him make his decision. So you're gonna try to push her for that. Don't know if that's gonna happen, but I just wanted to let people know. If you're asking who that is, that's who that is.
People that were asking who that was. Like, who's that?
Then we have, of course, one of our very first and only at this point in time guest on the podcast is Kamal Bolden. He is being considered for his role in 220. If not now, when?
Yeah.
And Kamal's been posting it on his social media, on his Twitter, on his Instagram, and we posted it in the Facebook group as well. So, congrats. If you get nominated, we'll cheer for you. We're hoping. We're going to keep rooting for you to get it.
I will feel like we contributed. I mean, like, Kamal, if you win, just like, shout out. Like, thanks, Camila Taylor, just little thing. Whatever. So nice.
So we just wanted to get the word out there that, these things might happen. I don't know when the Emmy nominations actually release. It'll be sometime middle of summer, from what I know. I know that
when do the
Emmys air in September.
Yeah, usually it's a couple of months before that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
And one last bit of news that we had this week was that the time slot for The Resident will now be Tuesdays at 8 p.m. starting in September.
Yay!
Tuesdays is a busy night for TV.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to be stressing out starting fall on Tuesday night. Do not... I will probably start screaming at people. Come Tuesday. Oh my god, like 3 of my shows back to back to back.
Yeah, I watch the same shows, so I'm in the same boat you are.
I know. Crazy. But I'm glad that none of my shows are conflicting with each other.
Oh.
I would want to choose.
Me too. But I just wanted to make a point as to what The Resident will be airing against. The Resident will be airing against, on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m., it will be airing against The Voice in the fall, and Ellen's Game of Games in the winter season. It will be airing against NCIS, The Flash, The Connors, and Bless This Mess on ABC. So
I'm worried about Connors. Just mostly because, like, the Connors they have a big following.
They do. So we wanted to let you know what it was up against. The Flash is probably the highest rated Arrowverse show for the CW, but it still wouldn't go in anywhere near the ratings that The Resident has been pushing. The CW is really not a competition, but the CBS, the Connors, and The Voice, they're all going to be a competition. And here's the thing about the Tuesday night time slot. We don't have to go up against football anymore. Americans, we have football that airs on Monday nights. For you international listeners, football meaning American football. Football airs on Monday, Thursdays, Saturdays, Sundays. So yeah, it's just one of those things where if football's on, it's going to take the ratings. So it's probably a good thing that we won't have to go up against it. But we also, before we go, we want to mention that we have the Facebook group too, where we have a lot of people involved with The Resident in it. Amy Holden Jones, Timothy Good, who is the show's editor. Rob Corn, who directed quite a few episodes.
Yes.
He also was part of Grey's Anatomy. Am I correct on that?
Yes, you are.
We have a lot of background actors, a lot of guest stars, recurring actors, writers, camera people.
Set photography.
Yeah, the set photographer. And
just full of honest with it.
Yeah. So. And they talk to us. They look through our comments. It's really cool when you see a post and you look through the comments and you see Amy commenting. Or liking your posts. And so yeah, it's pretty cool. We also have Instagram, the Resident Fox fans. There's also Twitter, which is Resident Podcast. You can follow there to know when the new podcast releases. Then we also have an email address. You can email us with ideas or comments or whatever. It's theresidentRulebreakers@gmail.com. And then, of course, subscribe to us, YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, and Google Play. And so, with all that being said, happy 42nd birthday, Matt, on May the 20th. And until next week, my name is Kayla.
And I'm Camille.
Bye.
Bye.